Can you hear me? 1, 2. Can you hear me? All right, so this is let's see here. I'm gonna back this up a little bit. Maybe we'll go to 5. Yeah, let's just take a look at 5. This is a good place to start. So 20th notes, it's a new subdivision. It's not a new subdivision, but it's starting to become something that we pay more attention to. It's starting to show up in more music. And I've written 2 books on the topic. The first one is The Coordination Matrix with the 20th Note, which is somewhere around here. It's a 4-way kind of independence book based on the subdivision of always 5 per pulse. And the reason I'm calling these 20th notes is because that is the subdivision. If we were in a 16th note subdivision and then occasionally did a 5-note grouping, I would call that a quintuplet. It's a special event, a quintuplet. But when it's always 5 per pulse, everybody in the band is playing 5 per pulse, that to me is justifiably called the 20th note. So what I've done is I've written 2 books on the topic. One comes at it from the angle of coordination. The other comes at it from the angle of groove. And I have that, it's called Groove Studies with the 20th Note. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. And the third book that I'm writing on the topic right now is called Linear Phrasing with the 20th Note. So we're kind of trying to tackle this subdivision from 3 different perspectives. Coordination, all of it involves coordination, obviously, but multiple limb coordination, groove, and linear phrasing. So we're kind of able to coordinate our body. We're able to play a backbeat and a groove, and then also able to do some phrasing concepts. So right here is a very basic one. And what we're doing is the top sticking right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, the whole time, alternate sticking, starting with right hand. And we are doubling the ride cymbal with the bass drum. So as you can see, the ride cymbal is playing every quarter note, and the bass drum is doubling it. We go from right hand to left hand to right hand to left hand on those quarter note beats. Bass drum doubles the cymbal. The hi-hat is playing quarter notes the entire time with the left foot. When possible, we are going to add a backbeat on the snare drum when it's in the linear phrase. In this particular one, it is not in the linear phrase, so we will not play a backbeat. We're just going to play quarter notes on the cymbals. This play along goes for 2.5 minutes, and this is one of the exercises that we work on in the Drum Mantra study group. The private community study group through drummantra.com. But I thought I'd give you a little taste of the kinds of things that we work on. So let's go ahead and jump into this. All you need, you probably for this, you need a drum set, or you can do it on a practice pad, just use accents instead of cymbals. But the main point is getting the feet comfortable, the hands comfortable, everything comfortable in this linear phrasing with 20th notes. Okay, here we go. So that's what 20th notes sound like, and that's what that feels like. Once right-left sticking is comfortable, you can go to a different sticking, and also you can go into different hi-hat things. So you can't hear me because you're just hearing the track, but what I was doing on that one was right, left sticking the whole time, and going through a series of hi-hat things where the hi-hat would play quarter notes the first round. It's a 6-bar phrase, and so for 6 bars, hi-hat quarter notes, and then the next 6-bar phrase, the hi-hat would be playing every 4th 20th note, so there'd be 5 of them evenly spaced throughout the bar. And then after that 6 bars, the hi-hat will be playing every 3 notes, which is also called a dotted 10th note, and that would resolve after every 3 bars, so it would resolve twice within the 6-bar phrase. So there's a lot of different directions to go, and the goal is to just get comfortable with how that is. I don't know how this microphone is, but if you want to hear quarter notes, it'd be 4-note groupings. Ah. Three-note groupings. That's what that sounds like, if you can hear that. I guess you really can't see me very well, huh? This is just an experiment with how to put Zoom onto Facebook. Yeah, so then what we would do is just go to the next one. We would go to exercise 5B. Now, the only difference is we are now playing the second partial of beat 2. So see how once we take the accent away from the quarter note, an accent shows up here on beat 2. So now we add an accent on beat 2. We're starting to get the back beats happening. So let's do this one. Here we go. So you can hear how just moving that over by one, maybe in your ear, if you have not heard the subdivision very much, it could very easily sound like the snare drum backbeat is actually the pickup to a backbeat. And that is something that we have to overcome. Do, da-goom. There's a big note with the bass drum and the ride cymbal on the second partial of beat 2. That may possibly feel and sound like it's actually beat 2 and the snare drum is a pickup into it, and that you may even be in 6. Your ear starts to play tricks on you. A duple-based sticking would be right, left as 16th notes. So your right hand would always be on the downbeats, your right hand would always be on the upbeats, your left hand would always be on the E's and U's. With triplets, it goes from hand to hand, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 20th notes are the same thing. It goes from hand to hand per pulse. Right, left, 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 right, left. So it gets a little, takes a little getting used to, and there are more placements on the 20th note field than there are on the 12th note field, the triplet, or the 16th note field, the 16th note. So yeah, it's a little ear training, a little rhythmic training as well, perception, time perception, that kind of stuff. Let's move it over one more and just see how that feels. So that's how that one feels. And notice how all these play alongs, like I said before, are I believe 2.5 minutes long. That is because everything in drum mantra, every single exercise that I write has a play along. And I'm a very firm believer in muscle memory and long duration exercises. These are 2.5 minutes may seem like a long time, but they're not. They're not. A lot of times in our practice sessions, we finish one of these and we're like, who wants to do it again? And it just flies by when you have so much to concentrate on in these exercises. So it really, these exercises, I mean, they could be 5 minutes long, they could be 10 minutes long. There are exercises in the drum mantra canon that are up to 30 and 40 minutes long. Those are quite challenging and very rewarding to work on. Let's skip ahead to, I'm gonna bounce around a little bit, just kind of give a taste of some things. Let's go to exercise in the sevens. I love this first exercise in seven. Section 7 has a really cool sound. See if I can get to it quick. I'm trying to fast forward. All of these drum mantra presentations are on Keynote. So when we do practice sessions, actually, 6A's got some, let's go to 7. All the practice sessions, this is what it feels like. Everyone's online. We're all staring at the music. Sorry. There we go. Here's 7. And we see the exercise and no one can hear anybody. We're just working on these things on our own, but we're together, and there's a nice energy. Even though we're not in the same room, you can really feel that everyone's concentrating, and it's pretty cool. If you're interested in joining us, by the way, you could go to drummantra.com and sign up. We do 2 classes every single week. There are over 100 hours of practice sessions already logged in the lesson vault, plus probably another 100 hours of different actual curated lessons. Anyway, here's what 7 sounds like. This is getting a little cool here. I love the dotted anything. Any 3-note groupings just has such a great feel to me. So this is, as you can see, it starts off with some 3-note grouping stuff in the beginning, and then it goes to 4-note grouping stuff at the end, and then a final 5-note grouping thing. Here it is. That one has some movement to it. That definitely has some movement to it. And that's another one where it's very easy for the snare drum to feel like it's the pickup into a downbeat. It's a kind of a phenomena that I've kind of noticed. Because if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, the bass drum on the second partial of beat 2 also could be the backbeat if the subdivision was sextuplets. And most of us have trained extensively with triplets, and an eighth note triplet twice as fast as a sextuplet, and so this could very easily have a rhythmic trickery to your brain where that backbeat does not sound like it's on beat 2. It sounds like it's the pickup to beat 2 in a more of a 6/8 or a sextuplet kind of subdivision. But these are fives. These are groupings of fives, 20th notes. There's 20 of them per bar, always the same subdivision. That's why they're 20th notes. So it takes a lot of training to get the ear to hear these backbeats in the right place. Let me see here. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to jump over and pull up some groove studies stuff and let you check out the groove studies. Oops. Let's see here. Let's go to, I'm going to go to a little bit earlier on groove studies. We're doing a pretty advanced, we're in the final chapter of groove studies right now, and it is quite advanced. So I'm going to go to an earlier groove studies chapter. We'll check out some of that. GS20 section. We go section 3 if I can find it real quick. 1, 2, 3. There it is. So in the groove studies book, there's always a backbeat on 2 and 4. There are 5 different hi-hat positions. Actually, I'm going to go groove studies 2. Groove studies 2. There are 5 different hi-hat positions. Each chapter is a different hi-hat position. There are 108 bass drum combinations, or bass drum patterns. Oops, pulled the wrong one again. Where's 2? Sorry. There it is. Chapter 1, the hi-hat is what I call a flat shuffle. It's the first and fourth position of the 20th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. Sounds like a flat shuffle. Boom, boom, done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. The next chapter, chapter 2, the hi-hat goes to first, third, and fourth, so it has what I call the jagged swing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's what chapter 2 is. Chapter 3, once you get all that information, you're dealing with lots of notes happening within each other. Then all of a sudden, chapter 3, the hi-hat is only on the quarter notes, downbeats, chick, 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 chick. And you really have to understand where the placement of these things are on the 20th note field. It's very challenging. Chapter 4 is every fourth, so the hi-hat is playing every fourth, so there are 5 evenly spaced hi-hats through a 1 bar of 4/4. And then finally, in the 5th chapter, your hi-hat is playing every third, which is a dotted 10th note. It takes 3 bars for it to resolve. That's where we are right now. We started the book in January. The Drum Mantra community, Lesson Vault community, started the book in January 1st, once a week. And we are now on the final chapter. We're going to finish the book. I'm pretty sure we're going to finish the book before the end of the year. That's the goal. So if we were to take exactly what we did with the linear phrasing, the linear phrasing book outlines the groove studies book. So with the bass drum stuff that happens in the groove studies book is the same thing that happens in the linear phrasing book, except we're now playing a constant stream of 20th notes on the snare drum, and we're going out to the cymbals for the to accent the bass drum structure of the groove studies book. So let's just go to the very first exercise in chapter 2, where the bass drum is on 1 and 3 and the snare drum is on 2 and 4. And in the world of rock, that's the money beat. But in the world of 20th notes, there's a lot more going on to pay attention to. So let's see if I can pull that screen up. If you can see it, I may be, you gotta see how this looks. I might be covering the music. Yeah, darn it. It's like my screen is covering the wrong, my screen is actually covering the exercise. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. I'll just pull it down just for the time being. Zoom hasn't quite figured out how to do all the sharing where you can move the image around on the screen. I have not figured out how to move the image around on the screen. Okay, so now I moved it down a little bit. Hopefully that will let us see. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, cool. So the exercise is down below my little picture, and kick is on 1 and 3, backbeat is on 2 and 4, and the hi-hat and the right hand can either play the hi-hat or the ride cymbal, and you're going 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 da 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 da. Let's give that a listen. This is another 3-minute, 2.5 minute long play along. You should be playing along with me. Watching is not practicing, right? You can stare at YouTube all day long, but if you're not actually sitting down and doing the work, nothing's going to change. That's so important. That's why I created these big, long play along structures, so you can sit and practice these exercises. And if you want to do this, you just go to drummantra.com, sign up, boom, you get a link. Twice a week, we're live practicing this stuff together, and then every session gets recorded. So if you miss something, you can always go back and work on it on your own time, just like I'm working on this on my own time right now. Okay, here we go. A little faster. So that is the money beat in 20th note jagged swing style. I'm gonna jump ahead. I'm gonna bounce ahead to something a little bit more with a little bit more movement in it. Oh, what happened here? Let's see here. Let's go to 7, just like I was talking about earlier with the linear phrasing thing. We're going to go to the first exercise in 7, exercise 7, section 2 of the group studies book. And it looks like that. Oh, I'm going to have to fix that again, dang it. Pull that down just for the time being. And there we go. Is that visible now? Let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Okay, so as we can see, the hi-hat backbeat is still on 2 and 4, but now the bass drum, this is way on. I mean, this is like 80 exercises into the chapter, but I just wanted you to get a sense of what this feels like when there's some movement happening in the bass drum. So the bass drum is playing every third, and then there's 4. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and it ends with a 1. Takaginatan, 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 1. Let's give it a listen. Again, if you can practice along, that's the only way you're going to be able to get this into your body. But hearing these exercises might intrigue you to at least think about practicing, hopefully. Here we go. And that's a little taste of 20th note stuff. Linear phrasing in the beginning there, and then we went to the groove studies in the end. The linear phrasing book is turning out to be one of the more challenging books to write because there's several different ways of attacking that perspective. The way that I showed you is chapter 1. And then there are 2 other ways. Well, yeah. See, I'm still trying to figure it out. There's a way where we're building phrasing based on groupings of 2s and 3s, which is kind of the way that you group phrasing in any subdivision, 2s and 3s. Like if you're in 4 in the subdivision 16th notes, a real interesting thing to do is play an odd grouping, like a 3 grouping or a 2-3 grouping that gives you 5. Or if you're in 12, then you play a 4-note grouping or 2-2-2 kind of grouping. In 20th notes, same thing is true. We're in an odd subdivision, 5 per pulse. So evenly spaced groupings will be an over the bar line kind of concept, which will carry you into places that land away from the main pulses. So there's the whole structure of building phrasing based on 2s and 3s. There's a structure based on an actual figure, like the bass drum figures, and you're moving out to the cymbals. There's also the sticking concepts, which add to the whole, I don't want to say complexity, because we want to get these stickings under our belts so they are able to be utilized in a musical way. So right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, 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 left, 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 right, right, and then right hand lead. So basically 5 stickings for each thing. So it's the first 4 stickings of stick control, really. And then the right hand lead, which is always, and this is kind of a thing I got from Steve Houghton, is everything is always being played with the right hand on the cymbal. All the ghost notes are being played on the snare drum. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. So if you're going to play 5s on a ride cymbal, I don't know if you can hear this, but because it's right, left, because it's 5-note groupings, if you just go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, you won't have the right hand on the cymbal. It has to be a left hand. So you have to do a sticking that allows you to get back to it. I call this a 5-note paradiddle. A lot of people do. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And the third or fourth way of doing phrasing would be to interject bass drum into the linear aspect of the hand. So kick, snare, kick right, left, kick right, left, kick right, left, or kick right, kick right, kick left, kick right, kick left. Groupings of 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s where the bass drum is placed in there. As you can see, that's a complicated book to write. And I'm working on it. It's coming along. But anyway, Groove Studies book right here. This is a great diving in point. If you've gone through my foundational series book, and that book is a book that you never are done with. It's kind of like you know, a yoga class or something. You just keep doing it. It's just a thing that gets your mind and body kind of keyed in to what's going on. The foundational series book. The book after that's the primary series book, which takes you deeper into more complex coordination issues, but it's still, you know, 16th note subdivision. You're either in 4/4, 5/4, or 3/4. And then you get into this 20th note stuff. It gets intense. The coordination matrix book, which is available on Amazon. The Groove Studies book, which is available on Amazon. Both of these new books will be available through Hudson probably in the beginning of the year. We're still working on layout issues with how to get the play-alongs on the right pages and stuff. The foundational series and primary series are available digitally through Hudson if you like the iPad vibe or just looking at your computer for the music. You can do it that way too, or the printed copies are at Amazon. I did not make this video to become a sales pitch, but I just want to kind of let you know about what the books do and what they are. If you have questions, you can hit me up anytime, anywhere on social media. And if you want to join us, I'd love to have you. Drummantra.com. Sign up. There's a community. There's all kinds of exercises and lessons in there. It's a lot of fun. I'm there twice a week live with you. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. Dinner time. Have a good one. Take care. Peace.